Hey, it's Ryan, and let's check out the pre chorus to Hallelujah. It goes like this. Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift. The baffled king composing Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So, absolutely beautiful pre chorus. What we're going to get out of this part is learning about triads and inversions. We're adding an E7 chord, and we're going to talk about the very last bar and how you can incorporate that into other songs so that way you can build dynamics going into different parts of songs. So, let's check it out. We have the C bar that we've already done before. So, let's talk about this bar right here, which goes like this. So beautiful text painting, so the 4 to the 5 right there. What we have here is the F major shape that we've gone over, but now we're going to freeze our fingers and we're going to go up 2 frets. And if we play just these 3 strings right here, this is a G chord, which looks a lot different from, maybe the different ways that you've played G before. But this is what I call a triad or inversion, because the idea is that you are moving away from the typical open chord voicings and you're really just playing the 3 notes or whatever of the chord. So as an example, if you take this F chord, this is a major shape where the root is on this D string right here. So if this is an F chord, if you move it up 2 frets, this is a G chord that we now have. And just to show you this, you can take these shapes and move them around. So we can take this shape, move it up 2 more frets, and this is an A chord. If you wanted to play a B flat, you would take this shape, move it up 1 more fret. And now this is a B flat because right here is your B flat note. And what you can do is learn how to play your triads and inversions in many different parts of the neck. So this is an F chord where the root's right there. This is an F chord where the root is on the middle finger now. It looks like a D shape or a C shape, but the root's in the middle finger. And then this is another F chord that I don't like to play as often, but this is kind of like an A shape, and the root is on this G string right here. So just to show you this, when you take all these triads and inversions and you combine them, you can end up playing in keys that are not very friendly on guitar, but now they're much more friendly because you're not playing huge bar chords all the time. You're playing like these littler ones. So we have, like, as an example, if we were in B flat, this is B flat using that F shape. Then this is E flat using that A shape. And then this would be F using that D shape. So now you have 1, 4, 5, and B flat all in a very short area without you having to shift around a lot. And then also to get the 6th chord, you take the pinky and you put it right there. So I'm going to have a course on triads and inversions coming out, but for the sake of moving on, the other thing I wanted to show you was how to take this shape and make really cool chords with it. So this is our F major 7. I am on kind of the pad so I can mute this A string, and I'm grabbing the neck of my guitar so I can mute this low E string. Again, you can take this shape, move it up 2 frets, and let the high E string ring out. That gives you a really nice G chord. It's like a G6 or something. And then you take this and you move it up 2 more frets. You have a cool A chord. If you wanted to play a really cool sounding B chord, you'd move it up 2 more frets right here to the 9th fret, right there. And this is a really cool B with the added 4th. And then you can move it up 1 more fret. And this is a C major chord with the E up top. And then you can get a really beautiful sounding D chord by moving this up 2 more frets. And that's like a D with a add 9. And then if you wanted to play some funkier chords, you can always just, kind of put it anywhere else besides those. But one that could be really useful is you can play an F sharp 7 chord like this. Because you've got F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, and then you have E, which is the 7th right there. So that could be really nice if you are, you know, playing maybe like Love Me Tender or something like that. But anyway, so moving on, we're going to practice this together. So let's practice it like. And just go back and forth like that. Maybe a little slower. Here we go. Do it again. And then to A minor. So that's the next bar that we have, is this A minor. After that, we have the F major 7, which we've done before. We go to G, and you can go to whatever version of G that you want to go to. And then we have, after the G, the E7. So you can just play it like this. Again, I really like having my 3 fingers towards more of the bassier strings rather than always having the really bright treble strings. It adds really nice warmth to the guitar playing. And then looking at this last bar, what we're doing here is, instead of going like, which would work totally fine, by adding this note right here, it's sort of, you know, I think like music cognition wise, it's higher than a lot of the other notes that we've played previously in these past 3 bars. But also what's different about it is we're not doing the finger picking pattern anymore. So there's a change in the rhythm, which causes our attention to shift and focus over to like, oh, what's happening now? And then you have the lead in, hallelujah. And so it, just having this here makes a really nice break whenever you go into a part like the chorus. It's kind of similar. It's a similar concept to like a drop, you know, in like EDM music or something like that. So that's kind of the idea behind it, is try using that in some of your other songs. Before you go into the chorus, just strum it once. And then try going into the chorus and see how that makes you feel, because I think it sounds really cool. So anyway, this is the pre-chorus, and I'll see you in the practice video.